Okay, so here we are pretty much at the end of the simple game that was inspired by Mr. Casey Jones. In this video, we need to set up the logic for winning. So we need to determine what the rule for winning is, and we need a win screen. So that says, hey, you won, and then they can press a button and start playing again. Now, this is where I get my revenge, Zach. We've been working all night long, and you've been riding along as a student, and I've shown you everything you need, really, for us to come up with what needs to be in place to wrap up the game. So we have a scene. So what else do we need to do?
Well, everything seems to be in place. We need to establish what our rule is. Under what circumstances are we going to bring up our win screen? We don't know that yet.
Okay.
Let's say if the player gets a score over 1,000.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So do you want to jump in and put that logic in place first?
That's where I'd go first.
Okay.
And that's going to be over inside of player.
So look at you go. It's determination. Inside a player. Well, I'm inside a player.
Now, we've already got a block of code that is incrementing our score, yeah?
Okay. That would be projectile related.
That's projectile.
That's okay.
All right,
so let's go over into projectile.
All right.
So in projectile, we get our own trigger. And here we are with score. So now we would want to...
Well, you just run an if statement.
Very good. So we'll just simply check the player.score.
Now, couldn't you check this inside the player?
We could check it in the player, but where do you want to check it at? In the update? We don't want to check it when the player gets killed, because that means I may have I could be on a winning streak, and which I know is not going to happen with me, but I may be at 50,000 and haven't died once, and then the first time I die, it would go, oh wow, look at you, you've got over 1,000, you've won the game.
Yeah,
we wouldn't want to put an update. Because if update's being called 1,000 times a second, you don't want to check that 1,000 times a second. You only would want to check it in the
event of a collision.
That's right. In the event that our score went up.
Yeah.
So you're absolutely right.
Okay.
The joys of 5 a.m. and no sleep. So we want to check to see if we are greater than or equal to 1,000.
Sure.
Okay. So that sounds like a good rule to me. So if we are indeed greater than or equal to 1,000, then we would probably want to
application.load level 3.
Outstanding. So let's go ahead and application.load level, and we're going to pass in number 3. So we can go ahead and save that. So we've got rules in place. It's all looking good. Now, our scene. The scene for win, what does it contain right now? Let's jump back here.
Doesn't contain anything.
Doesn't contain anything. For main menu, to have main menu actually show some stuff, what did we do? We created and attached our own script object to the camera.
Right.
For our lose screen, what did we do?
Same thing.
Same thing. So we've got, again, camera. We've attached a script. So let's jump into our win screen. Camera, nothing attached. So we now need to create a
game object?
A script.
A script, okay.
We got it.
Sorry,
We've got a game object.
Yeah.
So let's jump back over here. And we've got a lose script. Got a main menu script. Let's make a win script.
All right. Can we just duplicate all this?
Yeah, what I'm going to do is just come in here first, and let's just add a new item.
And use your template.
And I'm going to use my template and create, we're just going to call it win. So we've got them in place. Let's jump down into function. We don't want any of that.
No.
Because we are going to do just like you said. We can just come over here, and I'm going to stick with the same button size. Jump back over and come into fields and paste those. And then come back over to lose. And like you said, we can just grab, onGUI is the only thing we need. So that's our function that's going to be responsible for drawing some stuff to the screen. So with this.
And we can still use a button to restart the game.
Oh, yeah. So we can,
all
like
this stuff is still valid.
Absolutely.
We just change the text on the button.
You got it. You're right there at it. So we'll just jump back over here. And inside functions, let's simply paste this in. And yeah, all we need to do is change some text.
Maybe change game over to you win.
Sounds good. Nice and simple. You win. Yay. And press play again. Okay. And we, of course, want to make sure that everything has been reset. So that's all good. We want to make sure that we're loading level 1, which is our correct scene for the game. And that's going to have the scene reload where everything's going to be reset and it'll begin playing again. So let's save this off. Come up. Give it a shot. So we've got a... Actually, well, and the funny thing is, right now, I am on the win scene, and I have yet to assign my new script. So it's a very simple mistake, and as you can see, as I'm demonstrating here by talking really fast, let's make sure we grab our script object and attach it to our camera, and then save. I'm just going to hit Control S, save our scene, and let's go to the start of the game by bringing up not this guy. I meant to actually double click this guy, our main menu. So we'll go back in, play. So here we are starting up, instructions, start the game, and now I have to actually play for real. So, dun 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 dun, and we are
one
playing.
more.
Can he do it? No! Oh, no
it's all
pressure.
that pressure.
Yeah.
There you
Look
go.
at that.
You win.
You win. So press to play again. So there you go.
There you go.
We have created a simple game from start to finish. Now, Casey did an excellent job and talks a lot less than me, so he pulled it off in about 90 minutes. Awesome. And without Zach here, this would have probably been a 20-hour video.
I don't know about that.
Unfortunately, it's longer than 90 minutes. But for those of you that were able to sit through all of this, I hope you've learned at least enough to get into Unity and start playing around. And we're going to come back with a few bonus videos. We'll record these tomorrow, so we can go to bed now. But we'll take a look at switching out some of the geometry, maybe having some stars that are moving in the background, maybe a splash screen, to see if we can fancy it up a little bit, because all of that's really simple. And maybe Zach's 1980s way of bringing our arcade ship back into the scene, our player.
Yeah, nice.
So let's go ahead and click the you win. So everything is reset and is working. So thank you guys very much, and we will see you in the next video.
Good night.
Good night.